All right, and we are live. Good evening po sa inyo lahat mga kaguro. And of course, welcome back to Gurong Pinoy. Hello, of course, sa lahat ng members ng Team Brunner, our Let Babies for March 2023. And again, we already have Team Brunner sections A and B. And of course, open na rin po yung ating section C. That's for final coaching and also for our classified files. Our pre-board is approaching. No, that's going to be by the second week of February. And so again, if you'd like to join us, if you'd want to watch all the full-length videos, download all our files, become a member of Team Brunner. That's already a membership that's good until the day that you take the LET. Kasama na po yung ating pre-board, yung ating final coaching, and of course, our classified files. Meron din po tayong final coaching and classified files alone. And so that's for Section C, no? Just send a message to our Facebook page if you'd want to join us. Meron din po tayong majorship. Meron tayong Filipino, there's MAPE, there's English, there's general science, mathematics, social science. Of course, there's TLE-AFA. Okay, so for any of your concerns, for any of your questions, just send a message to our Facebook page. If you are watching us on Facebook, dyan po yung ating Facebook page. If you are watching us naman sa ating YouTube channel, punta po kayo later sa ating YouTube channel para po makapag-send kayo ng ating message o kung paano po kayo maka-join sa Team Brunner. Okay, now tonight's discussion is centered on general education. Okay, again, please do like, love, share our video. It is very important that you are sharing our video so that we can reach out to more people. And just like our pastors, now our babies from Team Pichet, from Team Gardner, Team Skinner, ay maipasa po nila yung inyong licensure exam for teachers, maging ganap pong LPTs. And so again, please do share our video. You can also tag your friends, of course, start a watch party. Pwede din po kayo mag-send ng stars na dito po sa ating Facebook page or super chat, super stickers naman po dyan sa ating YouTube channel. Again, please do like, love, and share our video. While waiting for the rest of you to share our video, let me greet the rest of you who are already in our chat box, na sa ating comment box, I mean. Yung mga team newbies natin, Ma'am Melissa Cantanhos. Good evening, Coach Mac. First time makisali. Good evening. Sa lahat ng ating mga newbies and of course, sa iba't ibang panig ng Pilipinas, gano'n din sa iba't ibang panig ng mundo. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening po sa inyong lahat. Hello and good evening sa inyong lahat. From Hong Kong, Ma'am Ruby Velez. Hello po, good evening. And of course, ingat po kayo dyan sa lahat ng ating mga OFWs na magtitake din ng ating licensure exam for teachers. Good evening, first time to watch, Ma'am Marie Leia. Good evening po. From Zambales, Ma'am Christine Maravilla. Good evening sa mga taga Zambales. Good evening, everyone. Again, paki-share na po ng ating video so that we can already start. Good evening sa lahat-lahat. Again, please share our video, start a watch party, or tag your friends. We will be starting in a few minutes, okay? So again, paki-share na po ng ating video. First time to watch, Sir Claude Bantilan. Good evening. From Baler, si Ma'am Angela Dayog or Dayag. Good evening po sa mga taga Baler. Okay, all right, so again, paki-share na po ng ating video from Davao, Facebook user, from Butuan, Facebook user. Basahin ko lamang, Ma'am Apple Egas. It's good to hear your voice again, Ma'am Mek. Thank you po ulit, Unit Earner. First taker, high rating, hashtag Team Pichet, best review center ever. Gagabayan kang pumasa. God bless, Ma'am Mek. God bless po sa lahat na magtitake. Kaya nyo yan. Ugaliing panoorin lahat ng videos bawat free time. Maraming salamat and of course, congratulations. Isa sa ating Team Pichet babies, Ma'am Apple Egas. Ganap na po siyang LPT, no? Si Ma'am Honey Dialimas from Cebu. Good evening po sa lahat ng mga taga Cebu. Lucena City, Ma'am Lagrimas, Antonio from Team Pichet, LPT na din. Na-miss lang yung boses natin. Okay, again, please do like, love, and share our video. Please share our video. Tonight's discussion is Gen Ed. But before that, of course, let's all have our opening prayers. So samahan niyo po ako mga kaguro. Dear Lord, I come to you to ask for your guidance and direction in this study session. I ask that the Holy Spirit fill me with strength, creativity, and understanding to get through my studies without difficulty or sin. Help me hold my focus and attention. Help me to retain all that I learned. Please make my mind sharp and keep distractions at bay. If any part of my studying is weak or lacking in some way, let it be revealed so that I may correct it. Thank you for this opportunity to learn. Amen. All right, now once again, this is Gen Ed. Kapag ready ka na, please do share our video and of course, mag-heart na ng ating video, like our video, start a watch party, batiin at itag lahat ng inyong mga friends. Okay, again, paki-share na po and love, like our video. Kung hindi ka pa po member ng Team Bruner, it's very easy to become a member. Just send a message sa ating pong Facebook page para mabalikan po lahat ng ating full-length videos and of course, ma-download ang ating PDF files, maka-join sa ating pre-board, ating final coaching, and of course, classified files now until the day that you take the LEP. Okay. All right, basahin ko lang din last one no from Team Piaget. Good evening po, Ma'am Mek. Grabe, hindi ako pumapasa sa lahat ng exam dito sa Gurong Pinoy, pero nakapasa ako this December 2022. Salamat again, Ma'am Mek. That's from Sir Jeremiah Buenafe, LPT. Okay, so again, sa ating pong mga Team Bruner babies, no, huwag panghinaan ng loob kapag ka palaging ligwak. Okay lang po yan. No? Lahat po, hindi lahat ng mga naging LPTs natin ay palaging pasado sa ating mga quizzes. No? So just take it as a way for you to master all the concepts. Ang importante po, tayo ay natututo. Okay? So para tayo ay matuto ngayong gabi, let us all start with question number 1. Number 1, the 3 states of matter are solid, liquid, and gas. What is the 4th state of matter? Is it letter A, cell, letter B, ion, letter C, quarks, or letter D, plasma? What is our choice? Question number 1. Assalamualaikum daw and good evening everyone. That's from Team Bruner, future LPTs, inshallah. From Ma'am Hanya Tambidan Tumawis. Okay, good evening po ma'am. Assalamualaikum sa lahat ng ating mga Muslim brothers and sisters. Good evening. Okay, letter D for question number 1. Very easy, no? 4th state of matter. Although usually hindi ito binibigang pansin, no? 3 states of matter lamang kadalasang ating pinag-aaralan. But of course, letter D ang ating tumpak na choice dito na is plasma. So you have solid matter or solid, liquid, gas, and plasma, no? As you can see, for you to move or for you to make your matter change phase from solid to liquid, kailangan mo pong mag-add ng energy. Okay? So from solid, adding some energy, it would melt, of course. For example, your ice na magme-melt siya into liquid water. You add more energy, more heat, your liquid water is going to evaporate into your gas, no, your water vapor. And of course, adding more heat would make it ionize into plasma. Okay? So as you move, as the different states of matter change from solid to liquid to gas to plasma, you need to put in more heat into your matter. Okay, so we call these processes endothermic. Okay, endothermic. Papasok po yung heat no into matter para po mag-change from solid, liquid, gas, and to plasma. But the opposite naman po, from plasma to gas, gas to liquid, and of course liquid to solid, that's what you call exothermic processes. Okay, but of course we are looking for letter D, plasma, for question number 1. Now, the rest of your choices here, nandito po yung kanilang definition. Of course, when you say cell, it is a basic unit of structure and function in all living things. Okay, so all of us, as humans, we are all living things, or we are organisms. And so the basic unit of structure and function of our body is the cell. Okay, your ion naman, letter B, hindi po ito ion ni Vice Ganda. No? Ito po ay ion in chemistry or in science. This is your charged particle. It can be a cation, positively charged na particle, or an ion, no, you're negatively charged na particle. Now, your quarks, on the other hand, this is elementary particles, or these are elementary particles making up the subatomic particles. Unang-una, pag sinabi mo pong subatomic particles, these are the particles that make up your atom. Okay, so you have 3 types for this. Your proton, which is positively charged, your electron, which is negatively charged, and of course, your neutron na neutral. Okay, but when you say quarks, mas maliit pa po siya kaysa isa sa ating subatomic particles. Okay, so it is, or these are elementary particles making up the subatomic particles. Okay, but then again, letter D is tumpak for question number 1. We move on with question number 2. Okay, number 2. Which of the following relationships is correct? Letter A decimeter or decimeter is greater than a decameter. Letter B, a centigram is equal to a milligram. Letter C, a second is more than a minute. Or letter D, a meter is less than a kilometer. Okay, what is our choice for question number 2? Number 2, what is our choice? Mm-hmm. Okay, number 2, ICD is still letter D. Tumpak kaya karamihan for question number 2, no? Again, kung hindi nyo pa po na-share yung ating video, paki-share naman po para po mas marami tayong matulungan, mas marami po tayong ma-reach na mga kaguro. Makita po ng mga marites nyong mga friends, no? Na meron pong Gurong Pinoy because of course, some people still have not heard about us. Okay, so para po mas marami tayong matulungan, paki-share po ng ating video. Maraming salamat to all our sharers. Okay, number 2. Which of the following is correct? The correct choice here, of course, is letter D. A meter is less than a kilometer. Palagi po itong lumalabas sa let, no? And of course, you all know, if you are a Team Piaget baby, alam mo ito, no? Yung ating mga passers. King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. Okay, so your acronym or yung ating pong mnemonic dito na King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. These are the different prefixes sa ating metric unit. So king is kilo. Henry is hecto. Died is deca. Okay, so deca. Now you have your B here by, these are the base units. Okay, so meter, liter, gram, second, these are your base units. Drinking means deci. And of course, you have chocolate. This is centi. And milk naman po is milli. Okay, so para mas madali mong mamemorya yung ating pong metric prefixes, just use your mnemonics. King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. Now, those units after the base, no, dito po sa right ng inyong base, ay mas maliit. At ito naman pong nasa left ng ating base units ay mas malaki. Okay? So, if you are looking at your mnemonics here, when you say a decimeter is greater than a decameter, you see that it is wrong, no? Because as I've mentioned, yung mga units po natin dito sa right ay mas maliliit, no? So, your decameter is greater than your decimeter. A centigram is equal to a milligram. They are not equal, okay? Your centigram is bigger or larger than your milligram. A second is more than a minute. Of course, you all know a second is not more than a minute. No? In 1 minute, there are 60 seconds. And what about letter D? A meter is less than a kilometer. Your meter is a base unit. It's right here. And of course, if you have a kilometer, that would be equal to 1,000 meters. Okay, kilo means 1,000. And so we know that letter D is tumpak. Okay? So letter D, ang ating tumpak na choice. Kapag kaligwak, okay lang po yan. No? Move on kaagad. We go to question number 3. Ang mga salitang dukha, daga, pasa ay mga halimbawa ng mga salitang binibigkas ng patlang. Letter A, malumi. Letter B, maragsa. Letter C, mabilis. Or letter D, malumay. Ayan, medyo dugo yung ilong natin. No? Hindi lang English yung nakaka-nosebleed. Pati po Filipino ay napakahirap. Okay? When I was taking my let, when I was preparing for my let, palagi akong ligwak sa Filipino. Okay? Medyo yung Waterloo ko was Filipino. Mahirap, no? Mahirap. Nahirapan ako sa Filipino. Okay? Would it be letter A, malumi? Letter B, maragsa? Letter C, mabilis? Or letter D, malumay? I see a lot of letter B sa ating comment box. Tumpak kaya karamihan or ligwakers kaya karamihan, maging genocide kaya ang number 3. Okay, letter B for question number 3. Ang mga salitang dukha, daga, pasa ay mga halimbawa ng mga salitang binibigkas ng, the correct choice here is letter B, maragsa. So congratulations for all those who got the correct choice. And sa mga nag letter C, no, Ligwak, move on kaagad. Okay, now here are the different types of pronunciation. Kumbaga, no, yung stress pala, no? Stress o diin sa Filipino. Alright, so you have malumay, malume, mabilis, at maragsa. Okay, so paano ito binibigkas? Or nasaan ang diin ng pantig? At ano naman ang uri ng tuldik? And of course, you also have mga halimbawa ng mga salita. Okay, now the first one that you have here is malumay. Okay, ang malumay po at malume, parehas po sila no in such a way na nasa ikalawa mula sa huli ang diin. Okay, hindi po nasa last syllable ang diin pero nasa second to the last. That's for your malumay at malume. Ang pagkakaiba po nila, ang inyo pong malumay ay walang tuldik, no? So wala siyang tuldik. Yung malumi mo naman ay may tuldik na paiwa. Okay? So ito po ay may diin. Um, um, sa huli din ang diin, no? Nasa second to the last din yung diin, ngunit may impit sa dulo. Okay? So may impit sa dulo. So for example, sa inyo pong malumay, tao. Okay, you don't pronounce this as tao. Okay, dahil sabi sa atin second to the last yung kanyang diin. Tao, nanay, sarili. Okay, so pero wala po siyang impit sa dulo. Okay, now for your malume, nasa ikalawa mula sa huli din, no? So second to the last, pero may impit sa dulo. So for example, here you have lahi, balita. Okay, so may okay, kumbaga may Okay, sa dulo, meron po siyang impit. Now, ang mabilis at maragsamo rin ay halos magkaparehas no, sa inyong malumay at malume in such a way na nasa dulo ang kanilang diin, yung mabilis mo walang impit, ang maragsa naman ay may impit. Okay, so ang inyo pong mabilis ay may tuldik na pahilis, ito po. Ang inyo namang maragsa ay may tuldik na pakupya. Okay, so again, nasa huli, nasa dulo, ang kanyang diin. Bulaklak, bulaklak, bumili, okay? Pero wala siyang impit. Hindi parehas ng inyong maragsa na dugo, butike, dukha, daga, pasa, okay? So may meron kang impit sa dulo. Alright? So letter B, ang ating pong tumpak na choice sa question number 3. Okay? So again, congratulations sa mga nakakuha ng ating tumpak na choice at mabuhay lahat ng Filipino majors. Dugo ang ating ilong. Okay? We move on with question number 4. Isang dula na sumikat ng humina ang zarzuela sa Pilipinas. Ito ay tinatawag ding stage show sa Ingles. Would this be letter A, vaudeville, letter B, karagatan, letter C, duplo, or letter D, corrido? Okay, what's your choice? Ayan, sabi ni Sir Luigi Facundo, ang bango-bango ng bulaklak. Okay, napakanta. Napakanta kaya dahil ligwak or napakanta dahil tumpak? Alright, number 4, I see A's sa ating comment box. Again, wag pong kalimutang i-share ang ating video. Maraming salamat to all our sharers. And kapag hindi pa po kayo member ng Team Brunner, magpa-member na po kayo. Very worthy po, no? Worth it po na magpa-member kayo sa Team Brunner. Okay, I see A's. Meron ding C, meron ding D. Alright, so number 4, isang dula na sumikat nang humina ang zarzuela sa Pilipinas. Ito ay tinatawag ding stage show sa Ingles. Okay? The correct choice here is letter A, vaudeville. Okay, so vaudeville po yung ating tumpak na choice for number 4. Okay, let's take a look at our explanation. Medyo namali lang yung format natin. Vaudeville in the Philippines, more commonly referred to as vaudeville, was a popular genre of entertainment in the Philippines from the 1910s until the mid-1960s. For decades, it competed with film, radio, and television as the dominant form of Filipino mass entertainment. It peaked in popularity during the Japanese occupation in the Philippines from 1941 to 1945. Many of the leading figures of Philippine film in the 20th century, such as Dolphy, Nora Honor, Leopoldo Salcedo, and Rogelio de la Rosa began their show business careers in vaudeville. Okay, so marami po sa mga sikat natin na 20th century natin ng mga stars ay nagmula sa vaudeville. It's a stage show. Okay, so kunwari si Dolphy, Nora Honor, Leopoldo Salcedo at Rogelio de la Rosa, yung iba sa kanila hindi na natin kilala. No? Kapag kakilala mo pa lahat na nandyan ay alam mo na. No? So Team Thunders represent ka na. Alright, now what about the rest of your choices? Ang duplo at karagatan po halos magkaparehas. Sila po ay tinuturing na matandang anyo ng panitikan na ginagawa bilang pang-aliw sa mga naulila ng isang yumao. Ang pagkakaiba lamang ang duplo ay may tauhang bilyako at bilyaka, walang iisang paksa, isang madulang debate kung saan ay merong isang magbibintang na krimen sa isa pa na magtatanggol naman sa kanyang sarili. Ang karagatan naman ay tungkol sa isang alamat kung saan ang singsing ng isang prinsesa ay nahulog sa gitna ng dagat. Pakakasalan ng dalaga kung sino man ang makakakuha nito. No? Kaya yung pangalan niya or yung tawag sa kanya ay karagatan. Kaya ang duplo naman ay padibate. But these were all done kung merong lamay. No? Ngayon hindi na ginagawa. No? Wala ng karagatan at duplo. Nawala na siya. No? Hindi ko lang alam kung sa lugar nyo meron pa. Okay, sa amin parang wala na. Naalala ko nung medyo maliit pa ako, hanggang ngayon naman maliit pa rin, meron pang karagatan at duplo. Okay, now what about corrido? More commonly, this is confused with your awit. No? So awit at corrido, ang pagkakaiba po nila, ang awit po ay mabagal ang bigkas, ang corrido naman mabilis ang bigkas. 12 pantig meron ang awit, 8 pantig lamang ang nasa corrido. Ang awit ay ginagawa sa saliw ng gitara o bandurya, ang corrido naman ay sa kumpas na marcha, no? Kaya mas mabilis siya. May kapani-paniwalang daloy ng kwento ang awit, samantalang ang corrido mo naman ay kinawiwilihan dahil sa mga malapantasyang temang taglay. So examples for this, Florante at Laura ay isang awit, while corrido, examples for this would be your Ibong Adarna. Very common question po ito sa inyong let, no? Tinatanong kayo, ang Ibong Adarna, isang halimbawa ng hindi po awit pero corrido. No? So yung inyong magiging hint lamang, Ibong Adarna, umaawit, di ba? Ang awit ng Ibong Adarna, pero hindi siya awit. Siya ay corrido. No? So kabaliktaran. Okay? Isa siyang corrido. Alright? So that's your awit at corrido. But our choice, of course, was vaudeville. Now, basahin ko lamang no, yung chat or comment ng Gurong Pinoy. Good news para ma-motivate ang ating mga members. Magbibigay po kami ng 100,000 pesos sa magiging top 1 sa Let March 2023. Note, if more than one ang top 1, maghahati po sila sa 100,000 pesos. Enrollment is ongoing. Okay, sana all may 100,000 pesos. Sana naman no, kung meron pong makakuha, magbigay naman ng balato. Alright, so again, vaudeville yung ating hinahanap. We move on with question number 5, your favorite, math. 2 times a certain number added to 30 gives the same result as 3 times the same number subtracted from 90. What is the number? Letter A, 20, letter B, 30, letter C, 15, or letter D, 12? What's your choice? Number 5. Wow, si Facebook user kiniklaim na daw niya yung 100,000. Sana all. Ma'am Aiko Almogera, mag-send lamang po ng message kung saan po kayo nanonood ngayon. Okay, I see a lot of letter D's sa ating question number 5. Okay, letter D. Letter D kaya ang ating tumpak na choice. Letter D and B. Karamihang choice ninyo. Okay, now here, interpretation lang naman ito. No? You have your math problem, no? Your word problem, and you have to, of course, write it as a math statement, your mathematical equations. All right, now 2 times a certain number. No? So we let X be the number. At sabi ng unang-unang parte ng inyong question dito, 2 times a certain number added to 30. And so you write this, of course, as 2 times X plus 30. No? So 2 times a certain number added to 30 gives the same result. So that means equals 3 times the same number subtracted from 90. Okay, so that means 3 times that number pero subtracted from 90. Okay, so that means kapag sinulat mo siya, mas nauuna yung 90 kasi ito po ay yung isa-subtract mula sa 90. Now, the next step, of course, since you already have your math equation here, you need to isolate, no? You need to combine like terms, kumbaga. And so lahat ng x, lahat na may mga x doon sa kabila at lahat ng mga walang x naman nandun sa kabilang side din ng inyong equation. No? So that means lahat na may x, lipat natin dito sa left side ng ating equation. Lahat naman ng mga walang x, yung mga malalamig yung Valentine's Day, aray, okay, dito po sa right side ng ating equation. Now remember now, when you transpose, no? when you move your numbers, you need to change the sign. No? From negative, magiging positive siya. Kapag ka positive naman, magiging negative siya. Okay, so 2x here, plus 3x, no? Nilipat natin yung 3x, so negative 3x, naging positive 3x. No? If you are going to write this in full, you have to add 3x, no? So both sides of your equation. And so yung negative 3x mo dito, maka-cancel out. Okay, so 2x plus 3x equals 90. Yung plus 30 mo dito, nilipat din natin sa kabila. And so 90 minus 30, yung nandito sa ating right side ng ating equation. Okay, so 2x plus 3x equals 90 minus 30. 2x plus 3x, of course, that's 5x. And 90 minus 30 is 60. Now, we need to find the value of x. And so nakikita nyo, minultiply yung x natin by 5. And so we need to divide both sides by 5 now para ma-cancel out yung 5 natin dito. You have x equals 60 divided by 5. And so the correct choice here is letter D, 12. Sabi ni Facebook user, pakiko sa'yo X. Wala ako niyan. Okay? Bitter. May pagka-bitter. Okay, and so the correct choice here is letter D, 12. Now, if you are a member of Team Brunner, napupost po ito sa ating group after this. So, po pwede nyo pong balikan, po pwede nyo pong i-download din yung ating file. No? Ito pong slides na aking ginamit, mada-download nyo po later. No? Ayaw na ninyong problemahin si X. Okay, so 5, letter D, 12, ang ating tumpak na choice. We go to question number 6. Who is the heaven-sent financier of Noli Me Tangere? Is it letter A, Richard Kisling, letter B, Maximo Viola, letter C, Valentin Ventura, or letter D, Francisco Blumentritt? Okay, X left the group, sabi ni Facebook user. Number 6, ICBs. Number 6B, tumpak kaya ang ang letter B sa number 6. Now, meron na po ako na ipaskill, no, na classified file natin. Nandun po sa section A, section B. Nandiyan din po sa ating final coaching classified files na group. All about Rizal, no? Sa lahat po ng ating classified files, lahat ng mga paboritong paksa ng LET, antabayanan nyo po dyan sa ating 3 grupong yan. No? Hindi pa po kayo member, magpag-member na po kayo para po makasali kayo. Of course, wag po kayo mahuli. Kapag nag-take po ng LET, hindi nga, no? Meron po maisasagot. Alright, number 6, letter B, Maximo Viola, and that is the right choice. Okay, so letter B ang tumpak na choice. So according to accounts, Rizal is about to throw Noli manuscripts into the fireplace when he received Viola's telegram agreeing for lending him. No? Si Lolo Jose Rizal, palagi po siyang broke, no? Palagi siyang walang pera. Okay, so itatapon na lamang sana niya, susunugin na niya sana yung manuscript ng Noli Me Tangere kasi nga walang magpa-fund, hindi niya maipiprinta. But he received Maximo Viola's telegram agreeing for lending him. Viola gave him an amount equal to 300 pesos as preliminary payment for the first 2,000 copies of Noli Me Tangere. Okay, so that's Maximo Viola. No? Sabi nga ng ating Rizal teachers, na teacher mo sa Rizal dati, si Maximo Viola daw yung siya daw yung impersonation, kumbaga, na siya yung persona ng a friend in need is a friend indeed. Okay, so naniniwala siyang kapag kailangan ka ng iyong kaibigan, totoo siyang kaibigan. No? So that's Maximo Viola. Okay, so siya po yung nag-lend ng 300 pesos kay Dr. Jose Rizal, and so meron tayong Noli Me Tangere na pag-aralan din natin to nung tayong nasa high school. Now, what about the rest of your choices? The Rizal Monument, whose original title is Motostella, Latin words for guiding star, was sculpted, no? Was by Swiss sculptor Richard Kisling. So si Richard Kisling po ang gumawa ng Rebolto ni Rizal, hindi po siya gawa ng isang Filipino. Okay, Valentin Ventura, who provided Rizal funding for El Filibusterismo. Si Valentin Ventura naman, just like the time ng Noli, sa El Filibusterismo, wala na namang pera si Lolo Jose, and so pinahiram ulit siya ng kanyang kaibigan. Mabuti na lang marami siyang kaibigan. No? So, it's good to have a lot of friends. Maraming magpapautang. Wag lang pong abusuhin yung kabaitan ng ating mga kaibigan. So, Valentin Ventura provided the funding for El Filibusterismo, and as a token of gratitude, Rizal gave Ventura the original manuscript. Okay? So, dahil sa pagpapasalamat ni Rizal kay Ventura, binigay niya ang original manuscript ng El Fili kay Valentin Ventura, sa kanyang kaibigan. Si Francisco Blumentritt naman was one of Rizal's closest confidants, although they met only once. He translated a chapter of the latter's first book. He translated the chapter Noli Me Tangere into German and wrote the preface to Rizal's second book, El Filibusterismo, although he was against its publication as he believed that it would lead to Rizal's death. Si Blumentritt daw kasi ay isang Katoliko, no? Gusto niya manumbalik sa simbahan si Rizal, no? And so, as you know, when you say filibuster, no, filibusterismo, against sa simbahan, kaaway ng simbahan. And so, ayaw niya sana. But then, of course, meron din siyang mga nagawa sa buhay ni Rizal, no? Isa siyang ka-close ni Rizal. Okay, but we were looking for Maximo Viola for number 6. We go to question number 7. Anong uri ng tayutay ang ginamit sa pahayag na nasa ibaba? Kapalaran, kumampi ka naman sa akin. Is it letter A, pagtawag? Letter B, pagmamalabis? Letter C, palittawag? Or letter D, palit saklaw? Okay, what is our choice for number 7? Basahin ko lamang isang comment ng ating LPT din. No? Hi, Mamek. Good PM. Miss ko na boses mo. Thank you, Mamek. Dahil sa mga tinuro mo, LPT na po ako. Naalala ko po during quizzes natin, may time na hindi po ako makapasa. Kaya sinigurado ko na bago ang board exam, handang-handa na po ako. Inulit-ulit ko po mga videos nyo. Kaya hayun po, pasado na po ako. Kahit na unit earner, nakakuha po ako sa board exam ng 84%. Dahil po yun sa Gurong Pinoy. Kaya proud na proud po ako na member ako ng Team Piaget, Ma'am Mary Chris Ondangan, LPT. Congratulations, Ma'am Mary Chris, sa lahat ng members, of course, ng Team Piaget, na ngayon ay ganap ng LPTs, and of course, sunod na ang ating Team Brunner. Okay, so kahit unit earner, ulit-ulitin lamang po yung ating quizzes now. I hope you've already seen our schedule for February. So meron po tayong part ng February bago po tayo mag-pre-board. May part po doon na i-open yung inyong diagnostic test at ang inyong pong mid-review for mastery. Ibig sabihin po nun, wala pong limit yung number of times na pwede kayong sumagot. At makikita niyo po yung answers at time pa rin, no? Per item, time pa rin. But of course, pwede niyong ulit-ulitin hanggang sa ma-perfect ninyo yung ating pong mid-review at yung ating pong diagnostic. That's prior to your pre-board. And of course, bago mag-actual board exam tayo, no? Really open ulit natin yung inyong pong pre-board para ma-master ninyo, no? Alam natin lahat ng konsepto. Okay, letter A for number 7, and of course, letter A is tumpak. No? This is pagtawag, or in English, ito po yung sinasabi nating apostrophe. Okay? We call this apostrophe or pagtawag. You use this tayutay kapag ikaw ay nagtatawag ng isang tao or bagay na wala sa inyong harapan, or maaari naman ay patay, no? Patay or wala sa inyong harapan. So, pagtawag, ang ating tumpak na choice. Sabi niya, kapalaran, kumampi ka naman sa akin. No? Again, in English, this is apostrophe. Now, as I've mentioned, no, meron po tayong video ng figures of speech. No? Mamaya ipapakita ko sa inyo yung thumbnail kasi meron po tayong next na question yata sa figures of speech. No? But before that, here po, in-explain ko na, I've tried to explain the difference between your palit-saklaw at palit-tawag. Na yung pagmamalabis kasi, letter B mo, this is your exaggeration or hyperbole. Your mga ginagamit sa'yo ng siya ay nanliligaw pa ng pagmamalabis. I love you to the moon and back. Susuungin ko lahat ng baha. For example, tatawirin ko yung 7 ilog or maglalakbay ako ng ilang bukid, no, pagmamalabis. Okay? So, exaggeration or hyperbole. Ang letter C at letter D mo, palit-saklaw at palit-tawag. Ano bang pagkakaiba? Ang palit-saklaw po ay sinekdoke. No? Yung hint niyo dito sa hang on. Okay, sa palit-saklaw, you have the letter S. At siya po sa English ay sinekdoke. Okay? It is sinekdoke. Ang palit-tawag mo naman is metonymy. Metonymy. No? So again, palit-saklaw, letter S, that's sinekdoke. Palit-tawag, that's metonymy. And what is the difference? Ito po yung ating mnemonic dito na my sin is part of me. Sinekdoke is using part to represent a whole or vice versa. While my mom, metonymy, is related to me. So when you say metonymy, you are just using another word which is related to the entire word or that word that you want to represent. Okay, so using a related word. For example, sinekdoke mo, when you say sails, this would represent your ships. And of course, sails are parts of your ships. When you say hands, this would be equal to your workers. And of course, kaparte ng katawan ng workers mo yung hands. No? So, sinekdoke, pagpapalit-saklaw, your sin is part of me. Sinekdoke using a part to represent a whole or vice versa. Metonymy naman, you are using a related word. No? This is palit-tawag. For example, when you say tongue, you use tongue, for example, to represent your language. Or you use the term White House to represent the U.S. government. Or in the Philippines naman, Malacanang, no, to represent the Philippine government. All right? So, again, that would be pagtawag for number 7. Basahin ko din. Hi, Ma'am Mek. Thank you sa lahat ng learnings. Di ko in-expect na makakakuha ako ng 84.6 na score, lalo na at nag-work po ako at medyo kulang sa time. Basta may daily routine ka kay Ma'am Mek, sure yan pasado. Proud Team Piachet here. Sir Elvin Alcaide, congratulations sa ating Team Piachet baby. And of course, isa na pong LPT. Okay, we go to number 8. This again is math. A police caught a pusher carrying prohibited drugs. Each package weighed 12 kilograms, 10.5 kilograms, 11 3/4 kilograms, and 8 kilograms. Give the weight of the confiscated drugs. Is it letter A, 40 3/8 kilograms, letter B, 41 3/4 kilograms, letter C, 42 1/4 kilograms, or letter D, 41.5 kilograms? Okay, what's your choice? Number 8. So number 8, napakadali. This is math. But of course, this is elementary math. No? Kayang-kaya to ng inyong pamangkin, ng inyong junakis na nasa elementary. So sana kaya din natin. Okay, so it's a very simple addition lamang siya. Addition lang po. Again, paki-share po ng ating video and of course, love ang ating video. Tag din po yung inyong friends. Pwede din po kayo mag-watch party para mas marami po tayong matulungan. Okay, I see a lot of letter C sa ating comment box. Tumpak kaya ang letter C. Okay, so here, you simply add, no? We simply add your numbers. You have 12, your 10.5, a half, of course, fraction form na a half is 0.5, no? In decimal form, so 10.5. Then you have 11 3/4. 3/4 is 0.75. 11.75, then of course you have 8. Now remember, when you are adding decimals, you have to align, no? The different numbers that you have according to their place value, okay? And your decimal points should be aligned, okay? So then you proceed with your addition. And so the correct choice here is letter C, 42 1/4 or 42.25, okay? 42.25 or 42 1/4. Now, kung hindi kayo familiar, kung ano po yung 1/2 in decimal, ano po yung 3/4 in decimal, ano po yung 1/4 in decimal, no, I have included it here. Wag pong pumunta sa board exam, no, sa inyong LET nang hindi na-familiarize itong ating mga fractions dito. Now, the usual that comes out sa inyo pong LET would be this 1/6. Okay, lumalabas po yan, your 1/4, 1/3, your 1/2, of course, 2/3, okay, 3/4 lumalabas, okay, so yan po yung mga lumalabas. Of course, you have 1, okay, you all know the meaning of 1, 100%, 1.0, okay, so memoryahin. If you cannot memorize, so just try to familiarize yourselves with these fractions, okay, para mas mabilis. All right, we go to question number 9. This field deals with the study of how human beings behave. Is this letter A, philosophy, letter B, morality, letter C, psychology, or letter D, ethics? What is our choice? Number 9. Okay, number 9, Sir Luigi, letter D, or letter C? Okay, I see a lot of letter C's. Letter C kaya ang tumpak na choice for number 9. The study of how human beings behave. This, of course, is letter C, that's psychology. Okay, how you behave is part of psychology. Remember, you're psychologists, diba? Sina Brunner, sina Skinner, Pavlov, these are all psychologists. Now, they studied how humans behave. Okay, they are also behaviorists. All right, now what about the rest of your choices here? Philosophy is the study of the fundamental nature of knowledge. Morality is the principles or are the principles concerning the distinction between right and wrong, while ethics is a set of moral principles. Okay, so mas malawak yung ethics kaysa sa morality. Sakop ng ethics sa morality. All right, but letter C is tumpak for question number 9. We go to question number 10. This element of the short story is a combination of all events which are caused to move because of the conflict. Letter A, setting. Letter B, climax. Letter C, story train. Or letter D, the plot. Okay, what's your choice? Number 10, ICDs. Letter D kaya ang tumpak na choice natin for number 10? Number 10, letter D. Okay, sabi ng number 10 mo, combination of all events caused to move because of the conflict. The correct choice here, of course, is letter D. It's the plot. Okay, so letter D is tumpak. So these right here are the 5 key elements of a short story. Sa unang-una, you have the character or the characters, a person, or sometimes even an animal. In your fables, pwedeng animals, who take part in the action of a short story or other literary work. Yung mga tao, tauhan, that's your character. Your setting, it is a time and place in which it happens. Conflict, it is a struggle between two people or things in a short story. Remember, in your short story, pwede siyang conflict between man and man, meron siyang kaaway. Pwedeng man versus nature, kunwari about nature, no, yung story. Or pwede din siyang man versus himself, no, conflicted siya, no, that's your different types of conflict. You have your plot, yan yung ating hinahanap, series of events and character actions. And of course, you have the theme, the central idea or belief in a short story. Pwede din siyang moral ng story, no? Yung moral, kung ano yung inyong natututunan sa isang istorya. But of course, the correct choice here is D, that's the plot. You have the setting, climax. Ito yung pinaka-exciting na part, no? Pinaka-exciting na part. Your letter B, that's the most exciting part of a story, the climax. Okay? Now, ang story train nyo naman po, this is a strategy that not the parents, the teachers use. No? So, the story train activity requires students to retell, summarize, and identify the sequence of the events. So this right here, at the bottom is an example of our story train. No? So the students are going to be asked to write about the beginning of the story, the middle of the story, and the end of the story. That's your story train. Story train. Okay, we go to number 11. When pupils are asked to imitate animal sounds for a puppet show, they are showing what figure of speech? Letter A, simile. Letter B, hyperbole. Letter C, personification. Or letter D, onomatopoeia. Okay, what's your choice? 11. 11D, ICDs. Onomatopoeia. Okay, when you ask your pupils to imitate animal sounds, this right here, of course, would be letter D is tumpak. No? So in Filipino, ito po ay paghimig. Okay, paghimig ang ating pong hinahanap, onomatopoeia. Letter D is tumpak. So again, ito po yung thumbnail. No? This is a thumbnail of our video sa ating pong YouTube channel kung saan nyo po mapapanood the different figures of speech with examples and also with Filipino translation. Okay, sa panoorin niyo po 'yan. Kung hindi niyo pa po napapanood, no, paki-like, paki-write po na onomatopoeia yung ating pong hinahanap. Okay? At makikita niyo ito sa ating video. So please write that in your notebook. Watch the figures of speech na video natin. Okay, now we've talked about simile. No? Simile po at metaphor, halos magkaparehas. Yung simile is using the terms as and like. Ang metaphor naman po, wala. No? So, ang hyperbole mo, we've talked about this a while ago, ay yung inyong pagmamalabis or exaggeration. Personification, this is pagtao or pagtatao in Filipino. You are giving personal qualities of something that is not a person, something that is inanimate. Okay, so that's personification. All right, we go to number 12. A sonnet is a poem that has 14 lines and a lot of blank syllables. Letter A, 130. Letter B, 140. Letter C, 150. Or letter D, 10. Ma'am Brenda Toledo, mag-send po ng message kung saan po kayo nanonood ngayon, ma'am. Sa Facebook page po, kung saan kayo nanonood, mag-send po kayo ng message at hintayin po yung reply ng ating staff, no, para po mag-guide kayo on how to become a member. Aba, letter D, pinakamaikli, ganun. Ayaw nyo na sa mahahaba. Ngayon, gusto nyo naman maikli. Okay. Number 12, a sonnet is a poem that has 14 lines and a lot of blank syllables. Is it letter A, 130, letter B, 140, letter C, 150, or letter D, 10? The correct choice here is letter B, 140. Okay, so a sonnet is a formal poem with a fixed structure. It is 14 lines long and each line contains 10 syllables. Okay, so kada linya ay meron pong 10 syllables. And so 14 times 10, that would give you letter B, 140. Okay, so kaya 140 po yung ating hinahanap na choice for number 12. We go to question number 13 of the 4. This is the shortest literary work. Letter A, novel. Letter B, anecdote. Letter C, short story. Or letter D, novelette. What's your choice? 13. Ma'am Christine Shane Valleser, meron na po tayong classified file about Rizal. No? So, na-post po, punta lamang po kayo sa atin pong group at hanapin po, i-click nyo po yung files para makita nyo po yung iba't ibang files natin. Files or link, nakalink yata, no? Kasi naka-Google Doc yata siya. So, hanapin nyo po sa ating post at i-click po yung atin pong link. Okay, 13C. All right, so number 13 of the 4, this is the shortest. Alin dito ang shortest? No? Would it be letter A, novel, letter B, anecdote, letter C, short story, or letter D, novelette? The correct choice here, of course, would be letter B, anecdote. No? Sa anecdote ang ating pong hinahanap. Okay, so letter B, anecdote, ang ating pong choice for question number 13. Because when you say anecdote, this is just a short, amusing, or interesting story about a real incident or a real person. Okay, so pinakamaliit sabi ni Sir Rinaldo Gonzalez Jr., kasound ng piglet, kaya maliit. Okay, novelette yung kanyang sinagot, no? Pero letter B, anecdote po yung ating hinahanap. Okay, so very short yung anecdote mo. Okay, ang novel, of course, nobela, no? Yung inyo pong novelette, mas konti siya or mas short siya kaysa sa nobela. Pero in the form of novela or novel, no? Yung inyo pong short story, mahaba-haba pa rin siya kahit na short story siya. Okay, so mahaba siya. Remember, meron pa siyang plot, no? So meron ka pang may build up ka ng story, may climax, may resolution, no, ng story mo. Okay, but anecdote, very short lang siya na explanation or short story lang siya. For example, no, meron ka lang na nakita na meron kang nakasalubong na friend na marites, tapos meron siyang chinika, anecdote na po yun, no? Hindi kailangan ng ilang pages para matapos mo yung isang anecdote. All right, we go to question number 14. Shakespeare's works like the Hamlet, Romeo and Juliet, and Merchant of Venice are examples of this literary genre. Is it letter A, suspense, letter B, comedy, letter C, drama, or letter D, tragedy? What is our choice for number 14? Okay, number 14.